So I started this telly. I've had this body for a couple of months, but I never thought I would end up finishing it, and it was originally supposed to go with the Jazz Master and the Strat. It's the same, wood that I bought, and I was going to do a copper pickguard. I think I have just enough time to do it, and so I grabbed this piece of black walnut for the fretboard, and it is just like the prettiest thing. It's hard to see in the video, but there's a lot of blue and there's some red, and so it's going to match that patinaed copper really nicely. So I'm cutting out the frets right now. I've got the neck is going to be a one, solid black walnut, but I've got the beams glued up in the garage right now. So the neck's going to be real dark, and I'm going to bind this in Purple Heart, but the neck itself will just be, solid piece of black walnut. So look really, really cool. I can see it now that I've got this fretboard. I'm really excited to get it done. So I'm going to cut these frets out. Tomorrow I'll do a scarf joint on the neck and let it glue up. Then I need to cut out the tenon. By then I should have the fretboard, and I ordered everything last night, so I've got pickups coming and the traditional telly bridge with the brass saddles. I've got vintage Fender pickups coming, lipstick pickup, and a telly bridge from Fender. They're the vintage wounds. I'm going to make the pickguard out of copper. It'll have a chrome control plate. So I've got some Bourne's pots coming with I'll use a 223 capacitor, and then your traditional 3-point telly switch. And I'm real excited. Once I got this planed down, I started to get real excited just because of how much color is actually in this. That'll match that body girl. So let me get to cutting these. We'll see you in a minute. So all the fret slots are cut out. I can get to the bridge isn't going to come in the mail till tomorrow, so I can't really do the taper, but I can start on the nut. So I'll probably go out, grab a piece of bone, and make sure I have enough. I'm going to use horn on this because I want it to be black. But fret socks look good. So this is going to be the pick guard. I need to thin it down real thin. It's just some old stock from a table I made. Here's our fretboard. Here's the neck. And so I'm going to plane this surface flat, and then I'm going to thin it to, within an inch, including this. So I've got to lose a lot of material. So I'm Let's get to it. Right. So we've got what will be our pick guard. So look really nice against the maple, and I'm gonna put that blue patina copper on this. So that's good. We've got our fretboard, and the neck is actually really interesting looking. Once I planed it clean, I'll have to decide which side I want. I can't decide if I like that center standing out like that. I kind of like this side. So this will probably be the bottom. The fretboard will go on this end. And it's just a little thicker than an inch with the fretboard on it. So now I need to go in and measure out where my headstock's going to go. I can cut the scarf joint, and then I can put in the truss rod. The bridge is supposed to come in the mail tomorrow, so then I can do my spacing. But I think that's all I'm going to do today, because I really can't do much until that bridge comes. So yeah, yay. So I even had enough time to get my scarf joint cut and glued up. So right now there's the neck with the scarf cut at 14 degrees, and then it's glued up. Really good seam. I'm really happy with how the angles have maintained their... Sometimes you get the headstock can kind of be wonky, but it's okay because you end up cutting it out, and it looks a lot worse when it's wider like this, but this one's perfect. So tomorrow, get to cutting the truss rod, and hopefully the bridge will come in the mail at an early enough time that I can, do the string spacing, and I'll start working on the binding. I've got some Purple Heart strips I need to go grab, see if they're going to be thick enough. One of these should be enough to do the binding. Yeah, this one right here. So I need to pull it off and see what kind of thickness it is. Run it through my thickness sander so it's even, and this guitar's coming along pretty quick.